Great.
So if you are scared that AI can take your job, your concern is right. At the same time, you need to look from the other side, what AI can offer you. It has brought down the barrier to entry in a digital space, particularly starting a new business. And at the same time, even if you're doing some standard business, AI can give you kind of a head start by providing you with the tools and bringing down the cost, even if you buy, for example, an existing business, a franchise. And then you can improve the operations, you can do more, you can scale up more with the lesser costs, and AI could help you even in a non-digital space business.
Hello everyone, welcome to Podcast Australia with another new episode with one of our professionals here, and we have Hassan today with us. Hello Hassan, how are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. I start with Hassan's introduction a bit in the beginning, and then we will follow up with our questions from there. So Hassan has over 25 years of experience in IT industry altogether, and he has worked for federal government departments and state government as well for a couple of years. And the other thing I just want to let you know that he's running his own business as well with the name of New Spark Solutions. They are specialized in IT consultancy and startup business as well for startup advisory services and AI product development. And thank you so much, Hassan, for joining us today. And I just want to start with you with one of our very much asked questions, as today is our podcast relevant to especially AI startup businesses. So, and you are specialized in this area as well. So, for someone who is watching this podcast, Hassan, and wants to start a startup journey, where should they begin?
Thank you very much for having me tonight, and that's a very important question. And just I would like to give a background why someone should be starting a new startup. Yes, I mean we have been hearing about a lot of startups. Um, in my view, the threat to the jobs because of AI is real, and we have already started seeing people are struggling in the market and finding the jobs. So what I have been doing for the past couple of years, helping people thinking about their own venture, their own startups, and the people who had been working with me, they include people from who are working in the first year of university, like a few students who attended my sessions, and then they have recently launched a startup by themselves. Now, so coming down to one reason is the impact of AI, why we should be doing it. And the second thing is an opportunity. And I say this, AI is a threat, AI is an opportunity. So if you are scared that AI can take your job, your concern is right. At the same time, you need to just look from the other side, what AI can offer you. It has brought down the barrier to entry in a digital space, particularly starting a new business. And at the same time, even if you're doing some standard business, AI can give you kind of a head start by providing you with the tools and bringing down the cost, even if you buy, for example, an existing business, a franchise. And then you can improve the operations, you can do more, you can scale up more with the lesser costs, and AI could help you even in a non-digital space business. So these are the first thing, that's what the drivers and what type of areas you can step in. So these are the two things. Now coming back to the question, how to start. Number one thing is there are few parameters. At the end of the day, it's a business that you have to own. A startup is a business. You should be ready to go through a bit of some hard times, pain. Number one, the motivation should be there. You need to think about an idea that does add some value. It is not that you can build some websites and mobile apps, but if you're not passionate about it, after 1 year, probably you won't be able to run it. And with that kind of a pace and momentum, you will get exhausted. So something that you're passionate about, something that you can think add value, and as I said, either creating some kind of a service, a website that gives you for $10 some kind of a report or subscription based or a mobile app that is really useful and and uh, and in those areas like where the value and the price and you identify where you want to land something which is valuable. So that's how you start thinking about it first. The idea, what problem you are solving, why people would love to get your product, service, or how would you optimize a business if you, for example, were buying a franchise.
True, true. And extending your conversation from there, Hassan, I just wanted to know, like, as you know, a lot of people have ideas, like, but they don't know what to do next. And, like, what the first, very, very first steps you recommend, like, it's not scare them in, like, because it's a huge market again and it's keep expanding day by day. So, what is the very first steps a person who has IT background, but maybe not have development background?
So you need to be part of the momentum. For example, if you were in Sydney on Saturday and Sunday, there in the Darling Harbour, we have exhibitions happening for the franchises and starting your own. A huge number of advertisers are coming. You need to be part of the people who have been doing this, who have recently started. That is the first thing. And then you started getting ideas, what steps. If you're just reading on the websites,
Yeah.
you get the knowledge, but you do not get that kind of feeling and momentum. I myself started going to more than a year ago in AI meetups.
Hmm.
And this is where I was saying that a bit of a hard time that like hard efforts you have to do. You have to free up time on a weekday night and go travel to the city, meet the people, and
Yes.
then you start getting involved. So one thing is that be with the people who have been doing some kind of business, any kind of a startup business, number
Hmm.
one steps. Then you start developing the idea. And the third thing is that you start developing yourself. Whatever the X target domain, Y target domain, Z
Hmm.
domain, you need to have some kind of expertise, knowledge in it. You don't think that overnight you can build some software in the morning, you will start selling it. I mean, there are very rare cases, yes, sometimes it happened to the people, but
Yes.
normally you need to. So now you get an idea, you are part of the momentum, you are part of the vibe, you're spending time, you will start getting motivated, and then you specialize yourself. So skill up, and then the next stage would become, we can talk about that, like you need to put a plan and all this kind of stuff. But these are the fundamental things that you need to sort out first.
So basically, you're saying people has to come out of their comfort zones and
Absolutely.
have to zone, instead of zoning out themselves, they need to zone in into this AI.
Yes. And
True.
I would add one thing.
Mm.
Over in the course of the last 2 years, I've been meeting a lot of people who have been saying they want to start up a business. So they had the desire, they had the ideas. And sometimes people were just trying to keep up their ideas with them so that no one can steal them.
Yes.
More than a year, they're still sitting on their idea.
Yes.
And they say, oh, I don't get the time. Oh, I don't get the motivation. And this is
Yes.
where I was saying the first time, you need to step out.
Yes.
Join the online session,
Yeah.
physical session, go out. It's not that what you will learn, you will get the vibe, you will get the part of the this momentum, and which is very important. So forget about the X model LLM or Y model LLM or this website. You need to have this part of the flow.
True. And do people need a lot of money for their startup with AI? Because a lot of people have some, like, agencies are working these days as well. They ask you with a huge amount of budgets as well. So what can you put light on this as well? For where to start up? What is the basic idea here?
So this is one of the real advantage of artificial intelligence. And if you were talking about in the digital space like a business, online business, something that we would be creating as an organization spending $1 million now probably costs 5,000 to $10,000. It's a significant drop in terms of the ratio of 1 is to 100 kind of thing. So everywhere, and the second part is the speed of launch. Not only would be spending $1 million, of course, because you would have 4 or 5 people working for you in a team for 6 months. And then you would see something, and it will be very difficult for you to lose money after 6 months because the thing didn't work. And that's why so many people could not jump into this startup mindset because they saw this. Okay, now both the things, the time frame to launch, and the amount of money that it requires to launch in the digital space, I'm particularly
Yes.
talking about in the AI space,
Yes.
is very small.
Yeah.
So money and even the time window is not a barrier.
True, true. And like, if I just say, can AI actually help someone, like if you're talking AI here, who has zero business experience at this stage and want to start up with this?
And this is very, very interesting question because often people ask me, how would they learn AI or how would they learn business? And I said that learn from AI. It is so good. For example, I had created a custom GPT in ChatGPT a year and a half ago, about 2 years ago, when ChatGPT came out. And I called it Great Minds Launch. And I created four personas in it: Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and uh, Steve Jobs, and Warren Buffett. And it was very interesting that you put a business idea in it, and they would give you different perspective. Like Elon Musk is something that he was thinking about. What are you thinking about that small thing? You need to think big. Warren Buffett. So the AI was doing this role playing thing.
Yes.
And we know that when you go in and say you are the best lawyer, you are the best, even you're like Sam Altman or Elon Musk, and the machine, because they have learned their patterns. And so now the point is that you don't have the business experience. AI can play that role of your business advisor.
Great. Hmm.
Yeah.
And like, could someone build a website without being a developer as well, if they're starting up a business as well?
So sorry, can you please repeat the
Yeah,
question?
can someone build a website without being a developer here, because you need to provide prompts and to ChatGPT or Cloud or GenSpark as well. So if someone who has no, if not much experience as a developer previously, how they're going to give a prompt, how this journey will work for them?
Um, and this is where I can normally give a very interesting example. A year ago, in April 2025, when my daughter built a website in grade 11, who she never did the programming, and I only asked her to download Cursor and log into GenSpark. I mean, AI, you can use ChatGPT as well. And she
Yes.
built the website in 2 days. And I
Great.
was surprised, like, how did
Amazing.
you do that?
Yep.
Like she said, in the Cursor, but still, yes, you need to have some knowledge about the website technology. And she said that I kept asking Jen Spark, I'm building a website in Cursor. What should I tell? And she just was thinking about the design, the functionality. And then Jen Spark, one bot, kept writing the prompts for Cursor, the other bot. So one was kind of planning and one was building, and she built it in 2 days.
Amazing.
So
Yes.
that is, and when she did it, who
Hmm.
never touched programming, who wouldn't understand what the database is or APIs,
Yep.
then I said, man, if she can do it in 2 days with zero
Yep.
start, anyone
Yep.
can do it.
Yep.
And use AI to generate prompt or the directions,
Yeah.
and AI will become an extremely good assistant for you, helping in every aspect.
True, true. And like, as you know, back in days, people needed big teams, you see as well in your workplaces as well. Like we have a lot of developers, business analysts, testers, a lot of people are sitting there, but these days it's minimizing due to AI journey as well. So can one person now build a startup with AI as well? Or you think we still need a lot of people to manage that area as well?
And this is a very good question, very good question. I'm glad you have asked that question. I've been saying about the AI can help you with business advisory, idea development, website development. Yes, it can. So it can play any role. The challenge is that when we call it business execution. There are two parts of it. One part is building something, a website, a mobile application, or any digital service that you created or content you are creating. You are creating, let's say, animations, videos, and publishing. So one part is creating the content or creating the software. The second part is how would you take it to the world? How would you plan your roadmap next 6 months? How you manage your operations, your marketing? How would you manage your customers? how would you advertise it, which market areas you would target it, which product features you would prioritize it. So this is not just the AI, it is like a human. So we think about like three roles. And ideally, if someone can get three people in a partnership, one is like a CEO who is responsible for overall running of the company or the initiative and looking the roadmap, not just 6 months down the road, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road. Second person is sales and marketing. Once you have the product, that guy really needs to focus on the marketing, relationship management, business development, finding the new customer, retaining the existing customer, which markets to target, how much money we should be spending in advertisement versus, say, reaching out to influencers or things like that. And one person either, and you can put it any role of these two. The third person is the product owner
Yeah.
or product builder. So
Hmm.
if you're building the website, you're a product builder. Yes, you can think about the product roadmap and you should. But if you in an ideal setup, if you got these three minds together in a partnership,
Hmm.
then you really, really propel fast.
Yeah, the triangle will works together.
Yes. Otherwise, one night you'll be sitting and you know
Yeah.
that you've got a beautiful product working, but you have no idea how to market it,
Yes.
what to do next, how
Yeah.
to get funding, how to
Yes.
plan my thing. Should I outsource it? Should I hire someone or should I leave the job and then work on it? All
Yes.
these kind of questions, and you will feel
Yes.
overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. Yes.
Yes.
True. And like, now we're already talking about how to do the startup and the cost and everything. Once the person started the journey, what things can AI do really well for a startup?
Definitely in the digital space, building and
Hmm.
managing the product, because your job is to just envision it, have the idea and keep thinking about the idea, and the AI takes care of building and maintaining that. So definitely that is the one part it takes care of it. Now, since it is in almost every domain, if you want to market it, you create your ads and campaigns and animations with AI. It is over there as well. So in the two spaces, particularly building it and creating the marketing content, AI is extremely good.
Hmm.
And previously, these two areas you would be spending a lot of money getting the content done and marketing team hired, and they are working on the posters, banners for 1 week, 2 week. Every month you are spending a good amount of money with them. That has shrunk. Time has shrunk on that.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
so these are the two things that AI is doing really well.
Yes. And what AI tools you recommend us as well if someone is starting up an AI business? Because as there's lots of different tools in the market as well. So what is your recommendation in that area?
So normally I see myself not just the tool,
Hmm.
how do you interact with the tools?
Hmm.
What do I mean?
Hmm.
Often we have been typing. Now we have seen that in the chatbot there is a microphone option
Hmm.
everywhere.
Yes.
There are two reasons about for having a voice conversation with the AI. Number one, it's so human that when you're talking versus you're typing.
Hmm.
When we type, we tend to write one line or two lines and then
Hmm.
press enter.
Hmm.
I'm right now speaking in this podcast. The amount of text that is coming out of my mouth and the ideas, if we were chatting, I won't definitely was not going to write that much. So this is the second point in the context. When you're speaking,
Hmm.
you provide your whole ideas, theories, fears, concerns to AI. And then AI performs absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
And on that point, then I had been keep testing myself which tools are really good to converse in voice. And thus far, nothing comes close to ChatGPT. And it is so good. And I ask people that the ChatGPT is a starting point, and do not sit behind on the desk or next to your screen. Go for a walk, put your headset on, go
Hmm.
for a drive, put your
Yeah.
GPT mobile auto talk, and then whatever you wanted to discuss with someone about a new idea or what challenges you have, and you cannot solve X or Y problem in your this business initiative, talk. It is an absolutely stunning advisor. So the ChatGPT mobile is the one part, and then it can create like a CEO your plan based on your ideas, a product feature maps, all this kind of stuff. And then you start feeling motivated as say someone who can talk, you can talk with every day. And honestly, this is one of the key momentum thing that I mentioned earlier. Number one. Number two, then um, there are advanced tool like next level from ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, are Perplexity, Manus, GenSpark, and
Hmm.
again and again and again, my preference is always GenSpark.
Yes.
And just a tip on GenSpark is that if you are paying for $20, $25, whatever the subscription they have, you get AI chat, Opus 4.7, GPT 5.5, all the top tier models available to you unlimited this year.
Hmm. Okay.
That is
Hmm.
phenomenal. Like for months, I've been using the people how I told them they have been building software using that free AI chat with Opus 4.7 and
Okay.
GPT 5.5. Otherwise, you don't get even outside, you're running out of credit. So
True.
yeah, the Genispark is the second one. And then when it comes down to if you're developing in something, not only developing, if you're working on files, then you download Windsurf is the most easiest. It
Okay.
provides two free models.
Okay.
It is like Kimi K2.5 and SWE 1.6 and 1.5 models. They are free. And as a matter of fact, before this podcast, I was using SWE 1.6 for free and working on kind of on my product. So they are that good. So these are the three kind of the tool that are my pick. And then of course you have Cursor or Anti-Gravity and Visual Studio Code, etc.
Okay, sure. And as you recommended, like start talking to ChatGPT, I can completely recommend that you can build a humanly connection, and it's a very natural way you can express yourself and your idea instead of being more computerized systems. So definitely we recommend this here as well. And when you see someone, Hassan, like when they started working on their projects, what is the biggest mistake the beginners make, even in the beginning, even in the middle of their projects, and what you recommend not to do it at all, because then this thing can put them off again and again, and they leave the thing halfway, and even if they're about to finish it or complete it. So what is your recommendation in that area?
Hmm. That's a good question. And before I answer, I just wanted to add something from the previous answer.
Yeah.
Google Studio and Google
Yes.
ecosystem is another phenomenal space. Pretty good when it comes to animation, video, audio processing, and creating content in there, and including developing in Firebase and all that kind of stuff. So the Google ecosystem is also good, and some people just live in the Google ecosystem.
Okay.
And yeah, so now in terms of the what they shouldn't be doing, sometimes an idea could be misleading,
Okay.
unrealistic expectation, right? I will create it and people will be buying it. I will making that $1,000.
Hmm.
Really? Will people will they be buying it? Your service, will they be paying for you? Oh, it's a nice thing. I think it'd be useful. You think it is useful. What if it's after spending 3 months, 6 months, it is you find out that you did not think through your idea. So hammering your idea, being very critical of your own idea is extremely important. Otherwise, we get fascinated. Oh, I saw something, I've got an idea, and I start building it, and after 1 month, I find out that,
Hmm.
well, when I gave to the people, they didn't like it.
Hmm.
So the problem is that the
Hmm.
opportunity window is small.
Hmm.
Like everyone is doing AI.
Hmm.
In 6 to 12 months,
Hmm.
the whatever the idea that you could have built would be gone.
Hmm.
So that is the one thing, and the other things are around, lack of consistency, not doing anything for next 7, 10 days,
Hmm.
and then uh, keeping this startup thing as a B class or C class citizen in your workspace or your world, meaning that when it comes to the priority, you have got a different priorities. and
Yes.
you
Yes.
somehow in your back of your mind, this is an
Mm.
optional thing.
Mm.
Oh, I do not have time this weekend. Oh, okay, next weekend I will do. And there is that you're not gonna do it.
Never
You will
happens.
go. Yeah. This is one of the biggest mistakes. You will lose the momentum, and after 2, 3 months, you're overwhelmed. I
Yes.
tried, but I couldn't make it.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is one of the thing. Momentum,
Yes.
consistency, and be critical of your ideas, and then you
Yes.
will see that you will be phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I can elaborate more on this. Like, think as a user. If you are a startup, a business, think as a user instead of just thinking a business owner. And as you said, unrealistic expectations you start having with this AI that I can make this much money. Think as a user. Discuss with the people who is in the market and who is working on AI products as well, so they can let you know like how good your product would be once it's released in the market, and that can help you to think more if you're going to work on this product or not. So you can save some time here and you can maybe pause it and start working on some other ideas who is more beneficial for you as a business perspective. And from here we can take you like, Hassan, like, if like, have you seen any examples to motivate our users and like viewers on YouTube as well, that, in like, once they're going to watch our videos as well, like any successful stories in your area? I know you know a lot of them, but if you want to share someone who has the startup some products and they you can see them progressing now.
So in general, what I find people they like something and they were able to launch that thing quickly. And like these students from the university, the first year, because they are the student, they have the problem of entrance, the test that they do for the universities, and they thought to build a system where you would put your written submission of the answers and essays, and AI will review it like a professor or an academic.
Okay.
So it is not just MCQs, click, 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 which is easy for the computer to judge you.
Okay.
And they built a system and they launched it. They became a team together. They started with one setup in terms of where the students were like going for coaching or tutoring, and then they started just now adding and expanding.
Okay. So this is very good example here. And like, as we know, what skills should someone, now we coming to a youth here, as you give an example of your daughter who is very young and she has this courage and understanding and function of her idea and knows the functionality, how to make things work. So what skills should someone learn if they want to build an AI startup before even coming to this thing as a student in high school and, in the first year of university, as you discussed as well? Because a lot of students, I saw in here, Hassan, especially in Australia, that the children don't even know yet, even they're finishing the high schools, they don't know yet like what subjects they should choose, where they should like, even if they have interest, they don't have a direction here. Even a lot of parents I meet these days, and they don't know like they put their children into legal studies or they should put them into the business. If they're learning business, will AI will help them in that area or not? So the children have motivation, they have the drive, but they don't have the pathway. I know they can go to TAFE here, or like in different cities there are other setups like TAFE, but what pathway you think they should choose, where they should start from a very early stage, they don't get scared even if they want to jump in when they start university? Because their studies will start getting more difficult with the time, they have a limited time frame in universities as well. So for our young generations, teenagers, what is your recommendation when they're choosing the subjects from year 9 in Australia? Especially, I'm talking about New South Wales.
Yeah, personally, I think on a generic level, the business studies, how to run a business. Like in grade 12 curriculum, the business studies has got four sections: operations, marketing, and finance,
Hmm.
and HR.
Okay, yeah.
So these concepts, because the way we see the world, that you will be owning and running a business, and you are in theory kind of a CEO of your company own. So this is the area that the kids start, and where the parents could help in doing business, like even doing transactions on Facebook
Hmm.
marketplace.
Hmm.
When they sell something and get the money, they get the feeling of setting the price right, negotiation, communicating with the customer. So these kind of skills, they start building it and then start enjoying it. And in
Yes.
return, they get some cash reward, meaning that they have earned money.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
one, yeah, one thing that in the
Hmm.
real world, so
Hmm.
not just like a job, like going to
Hmm.
McDonald's or something like that.
Yes.
Yes, I mean, it's a need to they get experience, a good thing as well. But in terms of the business perspective,
Yes.
yeah. And second thing I would say, and this is very
Hmm.
interesting,
Hmm.
volunteership,
Okay.
extraordinarily good for the youth.
Okay.
And I would say to the youth that it is not just you are giving your time to others. What you are taking back is
Hmm.
phenomenal. Why? You are kind of a starter person. A
Hmm.
volunteer
Hmm.
does not get instant money. They
Hmm.
kind of, in the long run, of course, they're investing in the hereafter and reward, etc. But they're
Yes.
not, and they're only following their passion of service.
Hmm.
They have limited amount of money in almost every volunteership organization. You have a little amount.
Yes.
You have
Yes.
to deliver. You have
Hmm.
to make things work, and you have
Hmm.
to team up with the people.
Sure. Yeah.
And when you team up with the people, you find the similar mindset of the volunteers because they have come out of their um, comfort zone
Hmm.
and doing something which
Hmm.
apparently does not reward in cash today because
Hmm.
the job mindset is that I work and I get the money today.
Yes.
Where the
Yes.
startup mindset is that you work and you get the benefit 6 months, 1 year down the road.
Yes. Yes.
So that's and then you team up, you find the good people and the passionate people, and I've seen the people who have been doing that. I've seen both the ways. The
Hmm.
businessmen, the business people,
Hmm.
they are really good in the community services as well. And the
Yes.
people who have been doing in this space also doing very good in the business because they can do multitasking, they can handle people. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes parallel together. So when you talk about voluntary services here, Hassan, I want you to expand here a bit more. Like what businesses are providing those type of voluntary services these children can join. If you can give some examples around in Sydney area as well, in Australia.
Yeah, so even for example, if kids want to explore youth me or young, there is a seek.com.au. They have got a whole volunteers dot
Okay.
com dot seek.com.au website,
Yes. Yes.
and almost daily there are volunteer opportunities coming in.
Hmm.
There are small businesses, there are non-profit organizations, sometimes there are the government organizations. They need someone for 4 weeks, 2 weeks, 6 weeks kind of thing. So
Got
you
got.
just go there 2 hours, 2 days a week or whatever, and then
Hmm.
you can give them a hand. So that's how you can find. The other is that whatever the community organizations you are in,
Hmm.
and then and a lot of things like you
Hmm.
decide to do an event for the youth,
Hmm.
a
Yes.
networking thing to
Hmm.
solve a problem of the
Hmm.
people you belong to. So you
Hmm.
kind of created your own space rather
Hmm.
than going and working for a business. So the point is that you develop your soft skills, your entrepreneurial
Yes.
skills. So at this
Yes.
stage, studies wise, business studies are
Hmm.
quite useful.
Hmm.
And the second thing is that your hands-on kind of the real world experience while working in a volunteer organization is quite useful. And the third thing is part of that you do some small business trade transactions, selling something on Amazon or eBay or whatever. And this is also good, yeah.
And as we discuss about school students here and universities in Australia, AI, in AI, Hassan, what you recommend to the schools and our, educational institutions as well? Like, what should they include in their syllabus now? Because as you know, something comes up like AI already evolving for a bit last 2 3 years, but I can see our subjects maybe is not at that level yet for our students who are passing in coming 2 3 years. As you know, AIs keep moving forward in every 6 months. You explain it to me as well. So, what is your recommendations for our education institutions for our young generations? What they should include into the syllabus as should they include AI as a subject or how it works here?
Not a bad thing having AI, but what we have seen kids are already doing AI, even if the school doesn't say that. They
Yes.
are using Anthropic,
Hmm.
Claude,
Hmm.
ChatGPT, Gemini, Canva, which has AI. So it's cool even if they decide because schools are slow.
Yes.
They would be creating a curriculum. They would put something that is already outdated. Whatever they got the books and printouts, they would
Yes.
be outdated because the way the things are moving way too fast. So I
Yes.
don't really rely too much on the curriculum and the textbooks
Yes.
and the courses.
Yes.
I was speaking actually on Saturday. Someone he had a keynote speech to a number of school principals and administration and teachers coming into that, and they had the same problem. So
Hmm.
he made a call, and we had a discussion around, okay, really, what is in there for the administration to tackle? And the bottom line was very clear that we agreed. We have to ensure that the kids have got the mental skills and sharpness developed
Yes.
to live in the AI era. When I
Yeah.
say that, it doesn't mean that I'm teaching, Canva AI or this AI or that AI. I'm saying that the fundamental things that improve the mental performance, and I think it is our selective four areas. They do mathematics, thinking, like analytical, logical problems,
Hmm.
reading, and writing. These
True.
four areas, if your mind is fast in there, it would be able to use tools, solve problem, create solution, etc. So schools, and we talked about it that, for example, and I will give you an example, an analogy. When we born, we were told that doing exercises is a good thing.
Hmm.
We learn from our childhood, fitness, exercise, gym, lifestyle, healthy lifestyle. And think about it, 100 years or 150 years ago, the parents would never say this to the kids. Why? Because we're supposed to be doing it. Every day they would be going out in the field, physically working. There was no point, there was no reason asking them to go and exercise and go to the gym.
Yes.
But since the machines came in, electricity came in, we stopped doing the physical work, and then the society, the academics, and the media, and the government, and all that, they realized that otherwise we would be D-shaped, and it happens, people who are not good at the fitness. Now we're entering the same era with the mental muscles. It means that if the kids ask, why should I do this mathematics complexity when AI can do it?
Hmm.
The same answer would be, why do you need to go in the gym and do this fitness when a
Hmm.
machine can do this lifting at
Yes.
home? You do
Yes.
not need to. You're not doing in the gym to go home and lift 20
Yes.
kilogram of groceries or vegetables or going to the,
Yeah. Well
and
said.
then this the kind of thing, really, the reason I'm doing it because I'm a human, I need it. So similarly, the school's focus is ensuring that the mind mental sharpness when they come out after 10 years, 12 years
Yes.
is there, and the curriculum is aligned with these kind of activities. Even it means that playing chess and mental games and things like that. That's how we
Yes.
have to shape it. Yeah.
Yes, true. And like as you're recommending a lot of different businesses, Hassan, in the beginning of this session, what businesses ideas you recommend people, like if they want to think something, they have no ideas yet, but what you recommend, like, okay, this is some options you can think of, and put some time on it, and let's see if you can work out on that. So what would you recommend in that area?
So normally I think about like there is an easy ramp, and I won't say that probably this would be your last idea. This would probably one starting idea to encourage you would be looking something where and normally I recommend digital space, meaning a website or mobile application or something like that. Lightweight enough.
Okay.
Like if you are creating a system where people log in,
Hmm.
perform a transaction, keep their
Hmm.
data, and then keep logging in, it is complicated and difficult to maintain.
Okay.
Versus people log in,
Hmm.
they give you $5, $10,
Hmm.
perform a service, they grab the data or the results, and they
Hmm.
walk away.
Hmm.
So it's very easy for you. So the second thing is that the market is not saturated.
Hmm.
So in that space, there is already someone providing a software or service, and there are about 4, 5, 10 similar services. But if there are like 200 services already like that, then you would be wasting your time creating a 200 one.
Yeah.
The saturation should not be there.
Okay.
Look at the idea
Okay.
some app or website with that not much competition, and as I've described, not too complex. The market is not saturated,
Yes.
and when it is not
Mm.
complex, you can build it in with AI now 2 to 4 weeks, and then you cut the price. If they are charging $10, you give for $5.
Hmm.
And the way we seeing in the future, that's how the price war will continue. Tomorrow there might be someone coming with the $3 for that
Hmm.
service. So
Hmm.
you pick for one or two apps, maybe mobile apps that are in
Yeah.
the store for $3. Mac operating system, Mac Store, App Store has got almost, it's
Yes.
really hard to find some good apps for free.
Hmm. Hmm.
$9, $15, $20, something like that. Yeah. So you can
Yes.
build something like $2. Very good app.
Very expensive. Yes.
So like I built just for my need
Yes.
a disk
Yes.
cleaner is it's a beautiful software that I created that could scan my entire disk, find the duplicate files, and tell me that this I can access. And it would it was using AI at runtime. It was finding the files and checking with AI what to be deleted. So
Okay.
I created this software just because
Okay.
my disk space was running out,
Okay. Yeah.
and now it's a kind of software
Amazing.
that I can put for sale, like 99 cents, 50 cents. I just put it.
Yes.
So yeah, yeah, and this is one of
Yeah.
the things that people are
Sure.
talking.
And you can
Build
make money
something,
from
put
there.
it, and
Great.
attach Stripe to it, and try to promote it in
Yes.
some like Facebook groups or
Yes.
wherever, and start blogging things like that, and and then see if it gets traction. That would be probably your first idea. You
Yes.
will be happy, and now you would be thinking about either take it to the next level. For example, I am just extending to this example. So
Hmm.
removing the unused files, so many files that we have got on the drive, so many different folders that we don't know, right? Second problem is our
Yes.
Google
Yes.
Photos or Microsoft Photos. They keep coming up that you're running out of spare 100 GB, 200 GB. Keep coming back, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, and we keep taking photos
Yes.
everywhere,
Yes.
scanning
Yeah.
and useless photos.
Very
Now we
common
don't have
problem.
the time
Yes.
to go and delete it. Google Photos do not offer some really good option to
Yes.
find useless screenshot, scan images. Why? Because they want to sell space,
Hmm.
so they won't be themselves
Hmm.
building it. So that was my next
Yes.
step. That okay, now I can
Yes.
take this software
True.
in the
True.
mobile form and add this feature of running on the synchronized folder in my drive where my
Hmm.
photos are sitting, and using some AI light LLM, and normally
Yes.
Cursor and Genespass solve the problem. You don't need to worry. They will find out what model they can use and integrate it themselves. And yeah, I have got like 10,000 photos sitting on my drive, and the AI will come back 2,500 are useless. They are just some scanned images,
Yes.
outdated, duplicated. So do you want me to delete
Replicate
it?
of some. Yeah.
And I save money on my subscription to Google. I do not need to scale up.
Yeah.
So people would love that kind of solution, very easy. And
Yes.
yeah, so see, yeah, see,
Yes. Yes. That will be amazing. Because once we start clicking
yeah,
the photos, sometimes, we just click, click, click for the same image
yeah,
7, 8 times as well.
and that's why
And we just keep
it's
it to
so
our
much fun even
phones,
to find something
especially, and are running out
useful,
of
because
space
now
a
we
lot
have
of
20,
times.
fifty
So
thousand
that's
photos in there.
useful. Yeah. Yes, yes. Even I'm sometimes worried if I delete something
Yeah,
altogether, I might remove something like, important document in the
because
photos or
AI can read
scanning
it.
section.
AI
So
can say
that's
that
really
okay,
helpful
this was
if the
something
AI
I
can come
received
and
or
let me know
something
what's
three
useful
years
and what's
old,
not.
might not be
Yes,
useful. And
yes, yes, yes. And we humans like to keep
yeah,
things like, we
so
like to keep
this is
collect
just an
clutter with
example
us,
of the idea
physical one and
that
digital all
I
together
built it
as
like
well.
in a
Yeah.
few hours for working and asking AI, build a software, beautiful
Yes.
interface, and I have even the placeholder for photos and
Yes.
videos already. And so one idea, then you build, you put it out, you put some money in there, either in the App Store,
Yes.
99 cents, 0 cents, or for 6 months you give it for free, and people are there. And
Hmm.
bottom line that sometimes once you have the users, 6 months, 1 year down the road, you will be
Yes.
able to sell the business. There are websites you just list, I've got this application, I'm selling it. People come and buy for $1,000, $2,000, and you made the first sale and just get rid
Hmm.
of it and then move on
Hmm.
to something. So yeah, so these are the small things. Start easy. As I
New
said,
one. Yes.
this deleting photos, etc. It's not complicated. People are not
Hmm.
logging into some server on my website and at the database. I keep their ID, password, and the
Yes.
complexity. I say buy this
Yes.
software, run it on your machine. $2, $4. That's it. Yeah, easy. Yeah, I'm not building like
Yes.
Salesforce kind of thing. The people are,
Get rid of
and
it.
it's a
Yes.
complexity of the
Yes.
high availability and the data should be backed up
Yes.
and all that kind of stuff.
Yes. Hmm. Hmm. Makes sense, makes sense. Very helpful. And other thing I just wanted to know, Hassan, now we are in the stage where someone who already builds systems, they are ready to market it. What is your recommendation? Because sometimes people spend huge amount of money on marketing as well to bring their product to people. And if government is helping us with any fundings or any for startup business, especially New South Wales government or federal government into Australia, where you can get some funding to
Yeah.
market your
Uh,
business and approach them in that way as
on
well.
funding, yes, for export markets, if you're expanding overseas on any advertisement, even conferences, exhibition you go and attend, government requires you to spend $5,000 from your pocket, and the other money they give you 50% refund. Yeah. So they give you
Oh, nice.
yes, it's Australian
Oh, only
federal
for
government
Australia, or
initiative.
only New
Yeah, so
South Wales, or you talking about
they
all
give you
over?
got a lot of grant so
Okay.
that they
All right.
encourage people to export software or export anything. It's not just software, anything. So that is the grant part. But before grant part, what I say, um, having your own digital presence, you are active in part of X group or Y group, where 10,000 people are there, and those are the areas where the your products are there as well. Like this is the same field. If you're in education, then you should be in education group, study groups, or teachers group, or student
Hmm.
group. If you are some say medical sciences or something, then you should be part of health group. If you like food and dietary services, so always this thing gives you a really helpful hand because now you can quickly access the people and they know you, they trust you, and you normally keep doing it for 6 months, 1 year now. So this will always
Hmm.
pay you off. So, because otherwise you will be relying so much on Facebook
Yes. Okay.
advertisements that it is too hard to keep paying that much. So, yeah, so for the marketing purposes, you need to be active
Hmm.
in that field. And then there are other ways like you
Hmm.
develop partnerships with other businesses, working small businesses in that space. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, so there are, but in the sense that like a doctor running a medical practice is more reliable than someone non-medical profession doing and then people like look for a bit of suspicion. So we know that like a sports person running a gym is better suited. A
Yes.
swimmer running the swimming pool classes better
Hmm.
suited. Everywhere is like that. So ideally, if it is your passion or you skill up, you invest some time in that area and become a self-marketer kind of thing. In the long run, you have to do it.
Hmm. Yes, true. My last questions with you, Hassan, is thank you so much for your time anyway, and it's very informational session, and I will definitely keep you in loop with our next technology sessions in coming months as well. If something new coming up and you wanted to share with us through our channel, to our podcast, to other people in Australia, especially for helpful, that like I just need to know one thing, like when someone is coming from overseas as well as an immigration through immigration and as a migrant to Australia in IT industry and wanted to go into the AI space, what is your suggestion for them as well for a newcomer to Australia? What they need to understand in the first basics as compared to the
Often, I
person who's
mean,
living
people are
already in
coming
Australia
to
and know ins and
Australia,
out
they are
about
coming
everything?
up from high-level education, masters, or they are coming because they have got skilled migration. So normally they are
Hmm.
good, and the AI is not just restricted to Australia. They are in the other countries, and as I said, that I've seen people. So I won't be thinking too much in that sense that here they come and they find. One thing. that is a little different here is the startup culture or the business culture. If you go to that website, which is called like meetup.org or meetup website, you will be surprised how many meetups are happening. I'm not saying that it will be solve the problem. It just gives you good of a bit of a momentum, which is so you need to be part of that. And then they can start in the digital space, but I've seen people doing non-digital businesses, small businesses, and using kind of AI in improving the efficiency and bringing down the cost so they can deliver better than others. Yeah, like a friend of mine, I mean, although it was not
Hmm.
for the immigrant, but he bought a
Yes,
restaurant
yes.
and then he used all this software and AI to kind of optimize it operations so much that his franchise will become the most profitable in the region. And the franchisee they came and asked that, what is your secret?
Great.
Because you are the most profitable. They were able to cut down their expenses. Yeah, so yeah,
Yes.
and then you can think about if you're a new
And
migrant,
making
then
more
not
profit
just
then.
thinking about job, think about some trade, some skill, some
Hmm.
trade business, buy
Hmm.
and sell business, and you think if I put
Hmm.
AI in there, I can do things faster and a lot cheaper than I do it.
Hmm. 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 Yes. Yes. And as I, Hassan, I just come to the last question, and here I need to get some viewers to know about your company as well. As you said in the beginning, like people spend a lot of time, too much in planning. So, how New Spark Solutions can help them to start up their business, and what other services your company can provide in detail? As I know, and I wanted to let our viewers know as well that you are based in Sydney and your services are available for various areas in AI. You're running a very successful business here.
So
So,
on
how
our
your company
website
can help here? I'd like you to explain our
newspark.com.au,
viewers as well.
neospark.com.au, there is a link like you can book a slot in the calendar and things like that. Or I'm on LinkedIn, Newspark. You write
Yes.
on my name, Hassan, and you will find me. Reach out to me. Normally, I'm available. The third thing, I run an AI Spark group, and that group is focused on AI plus startup culture. And this is like we are really good people. We do every week meetups online, and the one of the key thing is not just what we learn. The point is that we keep the momentum going. Every week we meet, every week we think about, we hear something, we'll find the like-minded people. So you can, if you reach out to me via LinkedIn or wherever way, and yeah, you can join that meetup. It is pretty much open to everyone who's
Yes.
interested in AI or startup. So that's how I thought to not just do one-on-one and things like
Hmm.
that. Every week, 1 hour, and then that could be a great
Hmm.
momentum that you can join here.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Yes, sure. Thank you so much, Hassan, for your time today. And again, I just want to let you guys know that we will arrange link our his new Spark Solutions website link into our podcast as well for any future consultations or any recommendations or any future startup business you wanted to do with New Spark Solutions. You can contact them on that, and they will be available to help you out. And you can contact LinkedIn Hassan as well, and I will definitely attach his LinkedIn on that area as well. I personally attend those sessions myself every week. Whatever is the busyness, I try to take my time out, and it's sessions they're providing with a lot of different professionals, people there who are even starting up the AI business with Hassan's recommendations. So definitely it's an amazing opportunity for the people in Australia and outside Australia altogether. So thank you so much, Hassan, for your time, and hopefully we will be
Thank
back
you. Thank you for
again with
hosting
another
me, and
amazing
thank you for
session with
asking a really
amazing
great question.
professional
That
in
is so
Australia. Thank you
useful,
so
and I
much.
hope that
Thanks.
we could help people getting out of this job mindset. Own your business. The
Yes.
opportunity is there. The threat is there when you're down the road of the job,
Yes.
and the
Yes.
opportunity is right here.
Yes.
Get out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
Try small thing. Get part of the
Yes.
momentum, and you will be very.
Yes.
In the no time, you'll be on your own, rolling forward. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Thank
Yes,
you.
true.
Yes,
Thank you
sure.
so much for your
Thank you.
amazing message.
Take care.
And hopefully we'll connect you sometime soon this year again. Thank you so much. Thanks.